Do you think that you need massive GPUs for AI? That's absolutely wrong. Small language models run on your local laptop and cost 90% less than in production. Here's how to build from local host to cloud on AWS, Azure, and GCP. Your interview prep just got easier. Think about this, your classmate just deployed an AI model on their MacBook Air while you're waiting in queue for the GPU credits. Here's what they know that you don't. Small language models or SLMs. These are the secret. Same capability, 10 times faster, runs on CPU, 90% cheaper. Let's build one from scratch. So here's a comparison between an LLM and an SLM. LLM uses around 175 billion parameters, whereas an SLM uses around 3.8 billion parameters. RAM required is 80 GB plus. RAM for SLM is between 4 to 8 GB. That's enough for a laptop. The speed is 2 to 5 seconds, whereas an SLM speed is 0.1 to 0.5 seconds. For LLM, you definitely need a GPU. Whereas for SLM, it's optional, it works on CPU as well. Now, let's start from the beginning. We'll start at stage 1, where we do the local testing. We can deploy the SLM on local machine. It's completely free. You can install Olama, then do a pull of the image for Phi3 or Gemma 2B. This is around 2 GB download, and that runs on your laptop. I'm literally running this on a 5-year-old MacBook. So you can see the structure, how it looks like in the Olama. I've also provided the code where you can curl the Olama, then pull a Phi3 image and then run locally. Stage 2, the free cloud tier. Going online, all 3 cloud giants give free credit and have SLM specific tiers. Google Cloud $300, Azure $200, AWS free tier. SLMs use barely any compute, so your credits last months and not days. Now production time. When you deploy SLMs, I prefer to use serverless functions, edge computing, or container services. AWS Lambda with Phi3 or Azure container instances or GCP Cloud Run. You can pay only when someone actually uses it. Here's an SLM production architecture where the end user interacts with different cloud mechanisms or different cloud providers. There the cost also. AWS Lambda plus Phi3 costs around $0.20 per 1 million requests. Azure costs around $1.40145 per GB per second, whereas GCP costs around 0.402400 per vCPU seconds. If you see, SLM is 10 to 20x cheaper than LLMs. Now let me take an example from last week. We can build a code assistant using a Phi3. Nowadays you must have used a lot of code assistant in your IDE. That's just an SLM. On day 1, you can test it locally. On day 3, you can deploy it on AWS Lambda. The total cost for 10,000 users is about $12 per month. If you would have used an LLM, it would have cost you around $800. See, that's a huge difference. Now, I have provided a complete setup guide in my bio. So which SLM you are deploying first? Is it Phi3, Gemma, or Mistral? Drop a comment.